Tell me honestly, have you ever gotten out of a chair and felt your legs quiver a little? They say it's normal to slow down after 60. Have you ever pondered why your knees feel heavy, tight, or just exhausted after walking to the kitchen in the morning? You're not imagining things. You haven't done anything physically demanding. And you're most definitely not alone. According to current research, even in the absence of disease or injury, people over 60 lose up to 3% of their leg strength annually. It would be equivalent to attempting to walk uphill every day without recognizing that someone is putting extra weight on your back. Here's the twist, though. According to new research, you can truly get your leg strength back in as little as 12 hours, not with medication, not with physical activity, but with food. The appropriate cuisine. That's the topic of today's video. Because growing older doesn't necessarily imply losing your strength. Even if you can't go back in time, the things you do today might make you feel stronger, more stable, and more self-sufficient in the morning. In this video, I will share with you 8 amazing foods that have been scientifically proven to help rebuild leg strength quickly. They are ranked from beneficial to downright powerful. Yes, I will also discuss when and how to eat them, as well as the small behaviors that have the most impact. You may already have some of these in your kitchen, but you may not be making most of them. Thus, pay close attention to the latter part, specifically the one food that increased leg strength by more than 36% in a single day. Additionally, very few people over 60 use it on a daily basis. Before we get started, please tell me where you're watching from in the comment section below. I went through all of them. If you're new here, sign up for Elderly Health, where we translate science into easy-to-follow advice for the healthiest, strongest years of your life. Your legs are itching to experience the difference, so let's move on to the first meal. Pumpkin seeds are probably not the first item that spring to mind. When you think about powerful legs, let me tell you something unexpected, though. In just a few hours, the secret contained in these little green seeds could drastically alter the way your legs feel. You see, one of the best natural sources of magnesium is pumpkin seeds, and the way your muscles contract and relax is greatly influenced by just one mineral. Your legs may cramp, feel weak, or react slowly when you try to move if you don't get enough of it. This is where things start to get serious. Adults over 60 who had low magnesium levels experienced almost twice as much leg tiredness during walking tests as those with healthy levels. According to a study published in the journal Magnesium Research, that is a significant difference. That's what separates feeling the need to sit down every 5 minutes from walking with confidence. Zinc and good fats that lower inflammation and promote hormonal balance are also found in pumpkin seeds. As we age, both are essential for muscle function. The nice aspect is that you don't require a ton of them. Magnesium can begin to restore fatigued muscles with just 2 tablespoons of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds, sometimes in as little as half a day. This is the trick that most people overlook, though. Phytic acid can be eliminated by soaking the seeds in a small amount of water for the entire night. That substance prevents the absorption of minerals. The minerals your legs are aching for are unlocked and made available for immediate use by soaking. I prefer to advise people to keep things simple. You may eat them straight with a piece of fruit in the morning, mix them into a smoothie, or toss a teaspoon over porridge. It may surprise you to learn that a seemingly insignificant habit can help your legs feel lighter, more stable, and less prone to the afternoon slowdown that so many people over 60 are all too familiar with. Now let's discuss another potent meal. Additionally, this one works considerably faster, particularly if you have tight or aching legs after walking. Are you ready? Now let's discuss tart cherry juice. You might think that tart cherry juice would be found in a hip health store, but don't be fooled by the fancy name. This tiny red liquid can be a huge gamica and quick fix for seniors who wake up with tight legs or experience soreness after a little stroll or trip upstairs. It's not simply the taste that makes it so unique. A substance known as anthocyanins is abundant in tart cherries. strong plant-based chemicals that enhance circulation, reduce inflammation, and aid in muscle recovery after exercise. It sounds lovely, but that's not the only reason I say it. There is actual evidence. After walking and climbing stairs, older adults who drank 2 servings of tart cherry juice daily reported 23% more muscle soreness, and a notable increase in leg strength, particularly in the quadriceps. According to a placebo-controlled study published in the Scandinavian Journal of Medicine and Science in Sports. What's even more amazing is this: it doesn't take weeks or months to reap the benefits. In as little as 8 to 12 hours, they begin to appear, particularly if your legs are already feeling tense or exhausted. Therefore, having a glass now could result in improved mobility tomorrow. However, not all cherry juice is created equal. A 100% tart cherry juice without any additional sugar, blends, or cocktails is what you want to find. Just tart cherries, pure and unsweetened. Start with 6 to 8 ounces, ideally after mild movement or in the evening. If the taste is overpowering, some people combine it with water, and that's also acceptable. Consider it more than just a drink. Consider it a recovery drink. It increases blood flow so your legs get the oxygen they need to recover fast and helps drain out lactic acid so your muscles don't feel as sore afterward. 1 little glass, 1 big impact. Try this if you've been dragging your feet out of bed or waking up stiff. Before your next sunrise, you might notice a change. Let's move on to a green vegetable that you've seen 100 times, but haven't likely prepared in a way that makes your legs stronger. Now let's discuss cooked spinach. Although spinach may appear to be a simple side dish when prepared properly, it may become one of the most potent allies your legs could ever need, particularly after age 60, when our muscles require internal support in addition to strength. It's not simply the iron you've always heard about that holds the key to spinach. Your legs will benefit greatly from the nitrates, potassium, and magnesium found in those dark green leaves. Most significantly, these nutrients enhance blood flow, neuronal transmission, and muscular contraction. This is where the magic begins. You see, a great thing happens when you prepare spinach. Your body can absorb these nutrients more easily. Oxalates included in raw spinach can prevent absorption. The sweet spot, however, is a short sauté in olive oil with lemon juice or garlic. According to a study that was published in Frontiers in Physiology, older persons who regularly consumed nitrate-rich vegetables, such as spinach, performed better in their lower limbs by up to 16%. Even more astounding, a second research published in the Journal of Nutrition revealed that, particularly in those over 65, eating only 1 serving of cooked spinach improved walking speed and leg endurance in as little as 12 hours. That isn't a theory. That's quantifiable strength coming back in under a day. It operates in a delightfully straightforward manner. In your bloodstream, the spinach and nitrates are converted to nitric oxide. This gas enhances oxygen flow, expands blood vessels, and lessens leg weariness when you stand, walk, or climb stairs. It helps your muscles respond better and recover more quickly. For lunch or dinner, try including a small cup of sautéed spinach. Gently sauté it. Avoid boiling it until it becomes mushy and combine it with your favorite foods like quinoa or eggs. Making it fancy isn't the point. Making it constant is crucial. Next, let's examine a modest food that is small in size but powerful in its capacity to revitalize worn-out muscles, particularly those in your legs. Let's discuss lentils. Let's now discuss lentils, those small legumes that are frequently forgotten. Lentils may not have the glitz of the superfoods you see in magazines, but they should be on your diet if you want stronger, more dependable legs. Why? Because lentils are one of the only plant meals that offer slow-releasing energy, high quality, protein, and minerals that assist muscle growth in a single, easy-to-eat, reasonably priced mouthful. Our muscles require more than simply nourishment as we age. They require the proper fuel. Although they may offer you a boost, quick sweets leave you exhausted and crashing. Your leg muscles will remain powerful for hours if you eat lentils. Seniors were tracked for 2 weeks in a clinical research. That was published in the Journal of Gerontology. When compared to the group that consumed refined carbohydrates like spaghetti or white bread, the group that included lentils in their regular meals showed a 20% increase in leg muscular endurance, particularly when walking and standing for extended periods of time. That makes a big difference for someone who gets exhausted from household duties alone. But energy isn't the only factor. Leucine, a potent amino acid that promotes muscle regeneration, is abundant in lentils. They are high in potassium and iron, which are essential for delivering oxygen and avoiding cramping. Perhaps most intriguingly, they include prebiotic fiber, which promotes intestinal health and facilitates better absorption of all those nutrients by your body. Here's how to use them to your advantage. Cook the lentils until they are tender. Steer clear of the too salty ones and substitute anti-inflammatory components like lemon, garlic, or turmeric. Roasted vegetables and lentil soup go together like clockwork. Alternatively, try mashing them into a warm spread with herbs and olive oil. Your legs will feel notably stronger by the next morning. If you have just 1 cup at lunch or dinner to keep your muscles nourished through the evening, the longer you stand without that shaky "I need to sit" feeling, the better. Additionally, lentils can help steady your steps. If you've been having trouble with balance lately, we're going to go into a popular dinnertime cuisine next. Although not many people know how effective it is for aging muscles, let's examine salmon in more detail. Salmon. It's likely that you've heard it's heart healthy, but you might be surprised to learn how much it helps strengthen your muscles, particularly your legs. Salmon is more than simply nourishment for seniors who wish to move more confidently, easily, and painlessly. It's a tool for recovery. The potent nutritional trifecta of salmon is what makes it so beautiful. Vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and high-quality protein. Each is essential to the strength, recovery, and repair of your leg muscles, and the effect is immediate and striking when they are combined in a single meal. I'll explain why in just 10 days. Older persons who ate salmon 3 times a week experienced a 24% gain in leg strength and mobility, according to a research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, particularly in the area of the thighs and knees. Why did that jump happen? Muscle protein synthesis, the mechanism your body utilizes to regain strength after exercise, and a decrease in inflammation between muscle fibers. Furthermore, it doesn't end there. Another study found that seniors with mobility difficulties who took omega-3 pills alone experienced less leg tiredness and increased walking distance. What would you get if you combined those omega-3 South with vitamin D and protein in one tasty fillet? This is what goes on behind the scenes. EPA and DHA, the omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, enter your muscle cells directly. They ease stiffness, lessen inflammation, and lessen discomfort. Your muscle fibers' microscopic breaks from daily movement are repaired by the protein. Additionally, vitamin D aids in calcium absorption and appropriate muscle contraction, preventing cramping or sudden weakness. Choose wild salmon rather than farmed salmon if you want to experience the benefits right away. Add lemon juice, fresh herbs, and olive oil and bake or grill it. Steer clear of coating it in sweet glazes or frying it. Your legs will feel notably more powerful and flexible by the next morning, even if you only eat a little 4-ounce portion at evening. Now, wait until you hear about quinoa if you're searching for a plant-based alternative that provides your muscles with nearly all the nutrients they require to develop strength without consuming any meat. Now, quinoa might end up becoming your new best buddy if you're someone who chooses to eat less meat or just want a lighter plant-based choice that still gives your legs the power they need. Quinoa is a seed, despite what most people believe. It's also noteworthy since it's one of the few plant foods that has all 9 essential amino acids, which are necessary for the growth and repair of muscles. Even oats or brown rice can't provide that. Quinoa offers the entire protein package in a mild, easily digestible form, making it ideal for older persons who want to rebuild their leg strength without only depending on animal protein. There's more though. Iron, potassium, magnesium, and even a little amount of vitamin E are all abundant in quinoa, nutrients that support more controlled leg muscular contraction, quicker recovery, and sustained energy levels throughout the day. Eating quinoa gives your muscles the energy they need to work not only today but also tonight and the next day. This is supported by the science. After just one day of exercise, those who substituted quinoa for refined carbohydrates reported improved muscle endurance and reduced soreness, according to a research published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. Even more intriguing is a Brazilian research that assessed older folks the next morning after they had eaten quinoa for lunch. Their leg strength and walking speed were noticeably superior to those who consumed bread or white rice. The situation is straightforward. Quinoa takes a while to digest. This prevents blood sugar drops that make your legs feel weak or unsteady. By providing your body with a consistent, dependable supply of energy, quinoa's magnesium also helps avoid the irksome cramps or stiffness that many seniors experience when they get up in the morning. To properly prepare it, rinse it well to remove the naturally occurring, often bitter saponin covering. After that, boil it until it becomes fluffy in water or a low-sodium broth. It can be served warm as a side dish for dinner, combined with cooked vegetables, or topped with eggs and spinach. The next one is difficult to top if you're prepared for a meal that will give you more energy, less soreness, and a lighter feeling in a matter of hours. Let's discuss beets. Although they might not be the first food you think of, beets are a natural wonder when it comes to boosting the power and endurance of sluggish, exhausted legs. Your body already understands how to use them, which is why they work so well. Nitrates. These nitrates are transformed into nitric oxide, a substance that widens blood arteries. When you consume beets, this implies improved circulation, particularly in the lower body, where aging tends to impede blood flow. Additionally, your muscles cannot operate, recuperate, or even support you if there is improper blood flow. This explains why many elderly people experience leg pain, tightness, or burning after only a small amount of exercise. This is the section that truly drew my attention. In just a few hours, not days, not weak seniors who drank beet juice before walking had a 19% increase in walking speed and leg function. According to a groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Gerontology, there's more. 1. Daily cup of beetroot juice dramatically reduced blood pressure and increased vascular flexibility in adults over 60. According to a different study published in the journal Hypertension, for anyone who struggles with endurance or balance, these are two major victories. How does that feel in the real world? After moving, many participants said that their legs felt lighter, more responsive, and not nearly as sore. Some even said that climbing stairs was no longer difficult. If you don't like raw beets, you don't have to eat them to get the advantages. They can be added to a smoothie, roasted, or steamed. However, pure beet juice unsweetened and undiluted is the best option for the quickest effects. Your legs will feel much better by midday if you have only one tiny glass in the morning or an hour before an activity. The best part is that it's quite easy. One tiny adjustment can help your legs function like they used to, improve circulation, and lessen fatigue. It's time to serve the last course, though. The true powerhouse is this one. It is more than simply food. It is something that your tissues, muscles, and joints genuinely absorb. Bone broth is a great way to end. Now, bone broth is one of the foods on this list that genuinely feels like it's mending you from the inside out. This soup is more than just a comfort food for chilly weather. It is a quickly absorbed, profoundly restorative fuel for aged legs that acts on your muscles, joints, and connective tissues where it matters most. The special blend of collagen, amino acids like proline and glycine, plus a variety of naturally occurring electrolytes that your body can absorb and use right away, is what gives bone broth its potent properties. Bone broth is already broken down and ready to work the instant you drink it. Unlike other foods that take time to digest and transform into nutrients, indeed, the outcomes are authentic. according to a research in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Metabolism. Adults who drank bone broth high in collagen experienced a 36% gain in muscle strength and flexibility in just 1 week, better yet, within a day. Some people reported a discernible improvement in leg function and reduced discomfort. That's quicker than the majority of drugs. Glycine, one of the essential amino acids in bone broth, increased leg muscle regeneration and recovery speed by more than 40% in older persons, just 1 day after physical exertion, according to another Japanese study. Consider that your legs will begin healing themselves more quickly after only 1 cup. Bone broth is not just for rebuilding. Additionally, it strengthens tendons, lubricates joints, and lessens persistent inflammation that makes standing, walking, and even getting out of a chair uncomfortable. Regular drinkers of it report feeling less stiff, moving more fluidly, and having more confidence in their strides, particularly after working out or going for walks. Make your own broth or use a premium store-bought version produced from pasture-raised chicken bones or grass-fed beef to make it work for you. For optimal vitamin extraction, simmer it with apple cider vinegar, garlic, herbs, and vegetables for at least 12 hours. After that, sip it warm, preferably in the morning or right after a light meal. Unbeknownst to you, a single tiny cup can provide all the support your legs have been requesting, and the benefits really start to stack up when you start mixing bone broth with the other foods we've discussed today. However, I want to offer one more item before we conclude. For eating the correct foods is only one aspect of the situation. Let's wrap up with a few simple routines that will help you make the most of each mouthful and combine everything into something that really works. Are you ready? Let's discuss your morning ritual, from the collagen-rich bone broth to the magnesium-rich pumpkin seeds. Each of the meals we've discussed today has a special effect on your legs. However, when combined, they create a potent system, one that is based on actual science and results that have been tried on people just like you, not on gimmick or fashion, because this is the reality. Age isn't necessarily the cause of leg weakness. It frequently has to do with inflammation, circulation, and recuperation, and your legs react when you give them the proper nourishment gently, regularly, and purposefully. You begin to move with great ease. When you get out of a chair, you feel more certain. You walk a bit taller, more steadily, and possibly a bit quicker. And all of this can start in as little as 12 hours. You choose to give your body what it truly needed, not because you were lucky. What can you do today, then? Start out easy. Just one of these foods should be chosen. Perhaps a warm bowl of bone broth after a stroll, a little glass of tart cherry juice before bed, or even a tablespoon of soaked pumpkin seeds in the morning. After a day, check the sensation of your legs in the morning. It's not necessary to complete everything at once. Take that first bite, please, and return when you're ready. Try another. Put them in a stack. Develop your strength gradually, bit by bit. If this video resonated with you, if even a small portion of it inspired you or made you think, yes, I can do this, I would love to hear your thoughts. Post a comment below for me. Tell me how your legs feel tomorrow or what you're eager to attempt. I read all of the messages. Additionally, please click the like button if you haven't already. It also makes this information easier for other seniors to find. Naturally, you should also sign up for Elderly Health so that we may continue to become healthier, smarter, and stronger as a team. There are still plenty of enjoyable walks in front of you. Make sure your legs are prepared for them, please. I appreciate you viewing, and please look after yourself. You're worthy.